Students, our last video we have discussed about atoms in this chapter, atoms and molecules. What are atoms? And we have discussed about Dalton's atomic theory. Two laws of one law is conservation of mass, law of conservation of mass, law of constant proportion we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about molecules. What are molecules? Okay, so molecule is a group of two or more atoms. So molecules are group of two or more atoms. When two or more atoms combine each other and it forms a molecule, and that are also chemically bonded together. That means in a chemical reaction, this molecules also takes place, and when chemically bonded together means what? Two molecules are chemically bonded together. Their chemical the bond formation, covalent bond, ionic bond, we will discuss later about this. So chemically bonded together the molecules. So there are different types of molecules we have. Different types of molecules, that is, if one atom, the molecules that contains only one atom, then it is called monoatomic molecule. If molecule contains one atom, then it is called monoatomic molecules. For example, argon and helium. Similarly, if molecule consists of two atoms, then it is called diatomic molecule. For example, oxygen, nitrogen are diatomic molecules. That is why we can write the symbol of oxygen molecule is O2, and these two atoms of oxygen combine and chemically bonded together. And similarly nitrogen also same. So if four atoms, if a molecule consists of four atoms, then it is called tetraatomic molecule. For example, we can take phosphorus as a tetraatomic molecule, P4, because four atoms have phosphorus. How many atoms chemically bonded in phosphorus? Four atoms. Similarly, if more than four atoms, then it is called polyatomic molecule. If a molecule consists of more than four atoms, then it is called polyatomic molecule. For example, sulfur. That means 8 atoms of sulfur chemically bonded together to form a sulfur molecule. So after that, so all of you know that the mass proportion in Dalton's atomic theory we have discussed about. In a chemical reaction, the elements are combined in a definite proportion by mass. So hydrogen and oxygen, that is, form water. How to calculate simplest ratio? Every atom, every element, every compound, the elements are combined in a some ratio, in a some simple ratio, simplest ratio. So we are going to calculate simplest ratio of water. Now in water compound, what are the elements present here? Hydrogen and oxygen. So how to calculate the simplest ratio? We have to make a table like that: elements ratio by mass, atomic mass, mass ratio oblique atomic mass, or simplest ratio. So what the elements? What are the elements here? Hydrogen and oxygen. Ratio by mass. You have to remember the ratio by mass. Hydrogen have 1 and oxygen is 8. That is, we know that 1:8. The ratio by mass is mass of hydrogen and oxygen is what? 1:8. And after that, what are their atomic mass? Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, you have to remember, and atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So after that, mass ratio means ratio of these two number, 1:1, and 1:1 we know that 1:1 equal to 1, and similarly 8:16. The 8:16. So if we calculate, we can write 8/16. 8 ones are 8 twos are, that it will 1/2. So we can write 1/2. And after that, for the simplest ratio, we have to take the ratio. We have to calculate the ratio of these two number, 1.5. So ratio of these two number, 1.5, like that, 1:2, half. that is 1 by 2, and this 2 goes upside, that is 2 by 1, it will 2:1. So we can write 2 1 2 1. So now the simplest ratio of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen of the compound H2O is 2:1. Like that we can calculate the simplest ratio of a compound. And after that, water ions, the last topic of this video, water ions. You see, the compounds formed by combining metals and non-metals. If metals and non-metals combine, then some ions are produced. Okay? If metals and non-metals combine, then some ions are produced, and we say an example we take. For example, a metal, sodium metal we take, a very common metal, and chlorine. Chlorine is a what? Chlorine is a gas. Chlorine gas. So these are non-metal, this one is metal. If these two are combined, sodium chloride. The sodium chloride, a salt is produced. In this salt, two ions are there. That is sodium positive ion is present here and chlorine negative ions is present here. So water ions, you have to remember that when metals and non-metals combine each other, then some ions are produced, and due to these ions, some chemical functions will be there. That is, the ions can conduct electricity, and there are different functions. We'll discuss about this later. So today our topic is done for it.